Hi everyone, it's Kathleen. We are back today working on the Roxys Journal of Stitchery Vol.4, and I have finished my prompt 1, which was monogram. So in my treasure hunt, mine is going to be treasure hunt of stitches because my treasures are my linens. I have purchased this Creative Stitches for Contemporary Embroidery by Sharon Bogan several years ago on Amazon. So it is my stitch Bible, and I am going to be practicing all of these stitches in this volume 4. So we've done back stitch in the monogram and in my title page. That's the back stitch. And I showed you yesterday how to do the threaded back stitch. And I'm using Perle Cotton. This one is by Wonderfill. It's a size 8. And this is a DMC, Perle Cotton. Size 8 is the thickness. So I love how the colors of the light green, it's almost like a lime green or a leaf green, and the turquoise go together. So we've done the threaded back stitch. We are going to do the stacked threaded back stitch today. So, and it will look like this when it's finished. So you do, instead of one line of back stitch, like we did here, we just did one back stitch line. So this is just a back stitch line, and it's called back stitched. So if you want to have a threaded back stitch, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, in and out of the back stitch. This is a stacked back stitch. So I did 3 rows. You can have as many rows as you want, and you can put them really close together, but I staggered mine because I'm working on Battenberg and I wanted to use up the whole thickness. So it just goes to show you that you can alter the variation of the stitch and create your own version. And you emphasize the stitches by using different colors. So I want to get this. I have done 3 rows in the turquoise, and I'm going to do 1 stacked. I think I might have to go with 2 knots on the end. We're going to do the stacked threaded back stitch, and it's very similar. So we are going to come up just right next to this first stitch, not in the same hole. I'm going to come up right, and I did this last time. Okay, so if I stay above here, okay, and we're going to come out. Battenberg is cotton ribbon sewn into place. So to do the stacked threaded back stitch, I don't want to use the point of my needle because I don't want to pierce the threads or pierce the fabric. So because I like to use a number 1 Milner's needle, I'm going to use the eye of the needle. So we are just going to go again back and forth. But instead of going through 1, we're going to go through all 3. So to the left and to the right. So we keep alternating this back and forth. I'm outside, so you might hear background neighbors talking. Okay, so we're going to go, that's the second stitch, this is the third stitch. Okay, let's see if I can use this. See how I'm wiggling it? But it's actually catching some of the thread, so I'm going to still use the eye of my needle. and keep pulling. So we're going back and forth, and see my fingers just let go for some reason. Where are we here? Back and forth, back and forth. Rest. Oh, that's way better. I'm resting my elbow on top of the lawn chair. And this is the next stitch. So we're alternating back and forth, back and forth. So you'll get, even though it's a threaded back stitch, because it's called a stacked back stitch, if you had more, if my threads were closer together, it would look different than if they were apart. But you're going to get a different look because I have 3 lines of back stitch. Whoopsie, 3 lines of back stitch that I'm working through, rather, I'm going to say lacing through, rather than just one. And you can always adjust these threads. And through left and right, back and forth through these back stitches. And this is a stacked back stitch. Battenberg is nice to use for stitches because I love Battenberg lace. And also, okay, so we are going to go this way now. We are going to go, so you see how they, it goes back and forth, and I'm going to go back through those same stitches the opposite way, so they go and thread like they're looped all the way through. So you see each, we start on this side, it's every second one is done. So we're going to be going in through this way, back through these, and pull the thread in the direction we're going, and continue lacing these back and forth. Whoopsie. I want to make sure I go through this stitch. And through this one. And back through this. Gosh, my fingers aren't working. Day. Okay, and through this, you can see, so it's almost like you're getting circles back and forth, and I hold it with my thumb and my finger until I pull it. So get your 2 favorite colors that you like, that complement one another, and you can create some beautiful stitches. So let's see. Because every one of these has a single strand going this way, double, 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 and I guess single. So do I just want to bring this baby down here to line up with that other stitch? Oh, I love that. Look at that. Oh, that's very, very pretty. Okay, so that's just another stitch to add to your stitch repertoire. Make a knot in the back. And we're going to trim that off. Okay, look at that. So we've done so far the back stitch. That's the back stitch. This is a threaded back stitch. and a stacked threaded back stitch. So that's all for today. Go and practice your stitches if you're so inclined. Choose your favorite colors and your favorite piece of fabric to work on, and see you tomorrow. We will be back with a whipped back stitch. Bye for now.